Well, as you know, I like to show you guys the city of St. Paul whenever possible when I'm driving by. And so now we are right here, smack dab in the middle of it. Over back in this direction, in the very back, you can see the light kind of in the middle of your screen. That is the top of the state capitol building. And you can tell it is another beautiful, very snowy night here in St. Paul. And so it's another good day for an indoor adventure. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful night for an adventure here on Tommy Travels the Second. This building behind me here is the Minnesota History Center. And I've been to this location once before on my main channel, Tommy Travels. I'm just looking at my hair here, and the white snow is making my hair just look even blonder today. But I was off work early tonight, and I found out this place is open late on this special evening, and it has free admission. So I thought, well, it is fate. We have to check out what's going on. I have no idea what activities they have in here going on tonight, but we're gonna find out. So if you're brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. You guys, this should be fun, so come on with me. Let's go see what there is to see. And here's the entrance to the building, and as you can see, it is a fairly large operation that they have going on in here. This is a cool place. I should probably consider getting a membership here because I'm pretty sure I'll be back more than once. I can't wait for spring. There's the entrance where we came in. Nice hallway, and then they've got a little market called Market House right in here, where you can get some beverages and some snacks and sit down and hang out at the tables in here for a while and enjoy the evening or afternoon. And look at this beautiful entrance. They've got a museum store, 3M auditorium. There's where the tickets are, library, and then a conference room. Just very beautiful. And you can see from up there, there's a lot of stuff to see in here tonight. And this gentleman on the right is Charles Lindbergh. And he is standing in front of his first airplane, which is a model JN4, better known as the Jenny airplane, which was his very first, purchased for $500 in April of 1923. They have a replica model of that very same airplane right here. And it's one of my favorite things about this museum. And the actual one is at the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City, New York. But if you look right here, they also have a picture of when he crashed his plane in Glencoe, Minnesota in 1923. The man that famously crossed the ocean in his airplane right here crashed a little bit, had a little accident, a little whoopsie daisy right here in Minnesota. And so we are now on the third floor of the museum, and we are looking down at the spot that we were previously looking up at. Right down there in that little hole there. That's where we were standing up looking at how much there was to see here. And this building is just such a cool design. And here's the hallway for the museum on the third level, and there's doors on different sides here that have the exhibits. This one over here is called Then and Now. These are special exhibits over here, but we're going to check out the Then and Now room. Wow, this place is really cool. They've got all sorts of fascinating artifacts. Look at this old log cabin that they have, mural on the wall. This should be interesting. And here is a look at a Ojibwe Indian tribe. And the sign says, for the Ojibwe, the fur trade meant using traditional skills such as hunting, canoe building, and moccasin making. Since the traders generally did not hunt, the Ojibwe provided almost all the food for the post. The men hunted, and the women gathered wild rice and maple sugar. And here's some of the fur trading that they did. And here is a look at some Minnesota iron miners. Up north in Minnesota, there are 3 iron ranges, and we are gonna get a little look at what life was like down in the mines. And they have this whole exhibit set up just like we're walking into a real one here. And look, it says, "Watch out, don't fall down the chute." Working underground with only the light of a candle made these chutes very hard to see. Many men died and were severely injured from 30-foot falls, about the height of a 3-story building. So this is like the chute right here that they're talking about. So people would just fall right into those things. Oh my goodness. And here's an iron mine. And there's a mule hanging from the ropes there. It was a miner's best friend, as the sign says. Mules worked underground in the mines pulling carts loaded with iron ore. To get the mule down into the mine, you had to blindfold it, sling it to a harness below the elevator cage, and lower it hundreds of feet down into the mine. Then each spring, the mules were brought above ground for a month and allowed to roll in the grass and bask in the sunshine. And since they have free admission tonight, they told me that I had to put in some time drilling for some iron ore. So they've got a drill here all set up, and so we're gonna do just that here. I think we just take this. I'm sure I'll be a pro at this. Yep, getting some iron ore. Wow, uh-oh. Maybe they shouldn't have hired me. And they even have a real chunk of iron ore right here. You can touch it. 98% of all iron ore is made into steel. So that is a future piece of steel. Very cool. Oh boy, this is gonna be cool. We get to be a blaster today. We just need to put some dynamite into this mine here. Looks like there's some spots already pre-drilled by somebody who knows what they're doing better than I do. Just put those in there. There's another one that needs it. And now we should be ready to blast. And we are. We've got the green light. So let's check out what happens. Go ahead and plunge this down. That was incredibly cool. I loved every second of that. Oh, this one looks cool too. We get to be a backman. Tap the ceiling to check for loose rock. Be careful. A backman used a steel bar to drop down loose rock after a blast to make sure it was safe for other miners to enter. This job paid well because it was dangerous. Very good job there, my friend. Thank you for your service. And now we have a demonstration of it in here where there's a couple poles. I guess we just take one and try to tap the ceiling up here. So let's see what happens if we slide this up and tap the ceiling. I think we have a winner. Oops. It says return helmets here. I think I was supposed to be wearing a helmet tonight, but I was not. Oh, look at this. They've got a Model T right here in the Itasca State Park exhibit. And they let us see if we can start the Model T right here. They've got a hand crank on it. And we can see if we can get it going here today on Tommy Travels the Second. Whoa, that's not gonna work. We have success. We got it started. And now it's stalled. This is gonna take some work to keep this running. And with the sub-zero temperatures we had last week and the snow that we're getting tonight, I've come across this family home. It's a pioneer home from 1874. And this family actually lived there. 5 people lived here for 7 years. And we get to walk right in the door here, and this is it. They've got a little bed, a couple of windows. Look at that, they've even got the outdoor scene set up as how it would have looked out the windows. Little chest. There is not much to this room at all. I am not sure how 5 people could have possibly lived in this little place, but here they are living right in front of it. Just kind of a surreal experience to think that this was somebody's home, and I don't know how they kept warm in the winter because I don't think that quite did the job. And the people that lived in this little home here had more problems than just rain and cold and snow. One day we thought it was raining, but instead of drops of water rattling on the roof boards, it was grasshoppers. We looked at our little garden and potato patch, and it wasn't long before everything was taken, slick clean all around us. It got a grasshopper invasion, and the grasshoppers even ate the laundry that was left on the line. Look at that, grasshoppers all over this one. And here's another cool exhibit at the Minnesota History Center. It's called Weather Permitting, and we are greeted by this friendly snowman with a very colorful scarf. Hello, sir. Welcome to Tommy Travels II. And what you're looking at right here is called the weather ball. During its 33-year existence, as the sign says, the weather ball did more than flash forecasts. Perched atop the Northwestern National Bank building in downtown Minneapolis, it also became a landmark on the downtown skyline. It was a 12-story weather ball and was introduced to Minneapolis amid great fanfare on October 7th, 1949. And then they have a replica of that right here. Look at these beautiful, colorful weather vanes that they've got. Wow. They're just colorful works of art. And they were created by this man right here. His name is Maurice Carlton, and he volunteered at St. Paul's Inner City Youth League from 1967 until his death in 1985. Well done, Maurice. Well done. And they even have these blowers where you can push a button and wind will come out and get these things moving a little bit. Oh my goodness, and then you can see them going around pretty quickly too at that. Look at this. It's like doing target practice. This is wonderful. Does it get any better than this? I don't think so. Uh-oh. Looks like we have a tornado coming. We had better head to the basement. Oh, good. They've got a basement in here. Looks like a perfect place to ride out the storm.
The U.S. Weather Bureau has issued a tornado forecast for a portion of extreme north-central Iowa. Scattered severe thunderstorms with large hail, locally damaging winds, and the possibility of an isolated tornado. This is a dangerous storm with large hail. Stay indoors, away from windows.
Uh-oh. We got the sirens. A familiar sound in Minnesota, that is for sure. Uh-oh. It's getting pretty bad in here. Uh-oh. The lights went out. That's not good. Oh my gosh. The whole place is rumbling in here. Well, we have survived yet another successful adventure here on Tommy Travels the Second from down in the basement. And if you guys like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And this has been an absolute blast at the Minnesota History Center in St. Paul. And you guys, thank you so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side.